Imagine starting your day with a peaceful summer morning walk, only to find yourself in the midst of a terrifying nightmare. That's exactly what happened to Gurucharan Singh on July 1st, 2018. He waited for his friend to join him on their usual morning walk, but when his friend failed to show up, Gurucharan decided to check on him at his home in Burari, Delhi. What he found behind the open door would shake the entire nation to its core. The gruesome discovery would unravel a dark and sinister mystery now known as the infamous Burari case. Hello and welcome back to Crime Pod. I'm your host Safa. Before we delve into the shocking events of that fateful morning and explore the twisted events that led to one of India's most haunting crimes, I would like to ask you to subscribe and share this video with your friends so we can stay motivated to churn out more of the content for which you love and support us. The Jandavat family, also known as the Bhatia family, was a close-knit clan of 11 members, helmed by the matriarch Narayani Devi. Originally from Tohana, Fatehpur, Haryana, Narayani and her husband Bhopal Singh relocated to Burari's Santnagar in the 1990s. The couple had 5 children, 3 sons, Bhuvnesh, Lalit and Dinesh, and 2 daughters, Pratibha and Sujata. Bhuvnesh and his wife Savita had 3 kids of their own, Neetu, Manika and Dhruv. Pratibha, who lost her husband, was left to raise her daughter Priyanka alone. Lalit, the youngest sibling, and his wife Tina had a single child, Shivam. Little is known about Dinesh and Sujata, but from what I was able to find about them, they both were married and had families of their own. The family resided in a 3-story house in Santnagar, Burari, Delhi, where they were well respected and ran a thriving grocery shop and a plywood business. The Jandavat family was known for their kindness and generosity, both within their household and towards their neighbors. Their strong religious faith brought comfort and guidance. However, in 2007, the family's patriarch Bhopal Singh passed away, leaving a profound impact on his youngest son Lalit. Lalit, who was extremely close to his father, became introvert and withdrawn after his passing. This change would have far-reaching consequences for the family's future. In June of 2018, the family was delighted when Priyanka, Pratibha's daughter, became engaged. As they began making preparations for the grand celebration, they felt grateful for the joy and love they shared. But as they were doing that, a tragedy was incipient. On July 1st of 2018, around 7 a.m., Gurucharan Singh, a friend and neighbor of Lalit Jandavat, waited for him at their usual meeting spot. When Lalit failed to appear, Gurucharan waited for a while before deciding to look for him at the Jandavat family's shop. However, the shop was closed, which was unusual since it typically opened between 5 and 5:30 a.m. Gurucharan tried calling Lalit, but there was no answer. He then proceeded to the Jandavat residence, joined by 2 more neighbors, Kuldeep Singh and Pritpal Kaur. Upon arriving at the house, they noticed that the milk supply usually collected by the family was still sitting outside the unlocked front door. As they entered the house and made their way upstairs, they were met with a horrific scene that would likely haunt them for the rest of their lives. Head Constable Rajiv Tumar, a familiar face to the family, having once been their neighbor, was the first police officer to arrive at the scene. He was met with a gruesome sight. 3 generations of a once happy family had perished in an apparent mass unaliving of oneself. The bodies of 10 family members were found in the courtyard, blindfolded with their mouths taped and feet suspended in the air. Some had their hands tied and the formation of their bodies resembled a banyan tree. Narayani Devi, the family's matriarch, was discovered dead in her room, laying beside her bed with ligature marks around her neck indicating strangulation. The family's dog Tommy was found chained on the terrace, suffering from a high fever and barking incessantly. SHO Manoj Kumar of Burari police station described the scene as most disturbing he had encountered in his career. With no signs of forced entry and neighbors reporting that the door was opened from the inside, the likelihood of a mass unaliving of oneself grew stronger. The fact that the woman still wore their jewelry and nothing valuable was taken from the house further supported this theory. However, the absence of a suicide note remained a puzzling aspect of the case. The bodies were moved out for post-mortem, which found no signs of a struggle. Fecal matter was found in the large intestine of all of them, which led forensic experts to believe that they weren't stressed. During their investigation, police searched the entire house and discovered several crucial pieces of evidence. In the courtyard, they found 5 stools used by the family, while 8 mobile phones belonging to the family members were discovered taped in the drawers. Most significantly, 11 diaries were found detailing the family's involvement in strange rituals. These diaries implicated Lalit Chandavat as the mastermind behind the tragic events. The earliest diary entry dated back to 2007, the year Bhupal Singh passed away, and Lalit became the new patriarch. According to reports, Lalit was deeply obsessed with his father to the point of becoming reclusive after his death. He began to emulate his father in every aspect, adopting his mannerism, dress sense, and habits. The diaries revealed that the family's financial struggles ended with Bhopal's passing in 2007. As Lalit and Bhuvnesh businesses began to thrive, Lalit took credit for this success, claiming to be the reincarnation of his late father. He instructed his family members to keep a black and white photograph of Bhopal Singh as a reminder to never forget him. Additionally, he directed them to maintain diaries documenting the rituals they performed as part of their spiritual practices. Handwriting analysis confirmed that the diaries were written by Priyanka and Neetu, with the final entry dated June 24, 2018. This entry described a ritual called the Banyan Tree Ritual, which was to be performed over 7 days in secrecy. The ritual's instruction matched the scene where the bodies were found: dim lighting, blindfolds, taped mouths, and a formation resembling a banyan tree. Due to her age, Narayani Devi was to participate while lying down. Convinced that this was a case of mass suicide for occult reasons, police were about to conclude their investigation. However, public pressure and claims of possible foul play from surviving family members led them to re-examine the case as a potential mass murder. They investigated religious clerics in contact with the family but found no leads. CCTV footage revealed that the family members themselves had procured the stools and other ritual items, indicating their genuine beliefs in the ritual's effectiveness. A psychologist analysis supported the conclusion of mass suicide for occult reasons, suggesting that Lalit suffered from a psychological issue and his family's shared psychosis led them to follow his misguided beliefs. Lalit Chandavat's psychological issues, as revealed by the diaries and psychologist opinions, are believed by many to have started after his father's passing in 2007. However, a closer look at his life before 2007 reveals that these issues began much earlier. In 1988, when Lalit was 15 or 16, he was involved in a severe bike accident that left him unconscious and hospitalized. Although he recovered from the head injuries, lingering effects remained, including excessive sleepiness. Furthermore, in 2004, Lalit survived a brutal attack while working at a plywood shop. The assailant locked him in and set the shop ablaze, leaving Lalit with temporary voice loss. This traumatic event deeply affected Lalit, and his family was advised to seek psychiatric help for him, but unfortunately, they didn't. The underlying issues gradually took hold of Lalit's psyche, and his father's death in 2007 triggered a downward spiral. His claims of hearing his father's voice and supposed visitations in dreams suggested untreated PTSD. Mental health issues are serious and should never be taken lightly. Lalit's story serves as a tragic reminder of the importance of seeking help and support when needed. According to internet sleuths and experts, Lalit Chandavat was a central figure in the Chandavat household, where everything revolved around him. In his mind, he was the family's savior, leader, and authority figure, with family members as his subjects. For 11 years, this dynamic seemed to work, but things took a dark turn when Priyanka, one of his subjects, got engaged and was said to leave the household, escaping the control he had exerted for years. To maintain his grip on power, Lalit devised a sinister plan to end the lives of his entire family. This incident occurred just days after Priyanka's engagement, when the family was looking forward to celebrating and moving forward with their lives. The tragedy highlights the importance of addressing mental health issues and creating support systems where individuals can seek help without stigma. By learning from this incident, we can work towards a future where such tragedies can be prevented. Crime Patrol, India's popular crime TV show, dedicated its 845th episode for this haunting incident. But that's not all. Netflix released a 3-part true crime docu-series, House of Secrets: The Burari Deaths. Created by Leena Yadav and Anubhav Chopra, it dives deep into the mysterious events. But the adaptations didn't stop there. Disney Plus Hotstar released Aakhri Sach, starring Tamanna Bhatia and Abhishek Banerjee, which draws inspiration from this real-life tragedy. More recently, The Great Indian Suicide premiered on on October 6, 2023, offering another perspective on this incident. And just this year, Jio Cinema released Gaunt Chapter 1 Jamna Par, a web series loosely based on the Burari deaths. It's clear that this shocking case continues to captivate audience and inspire creators. Which adaptation have you watched, or are you curious to explore? This is Safa signing off with Crime Pod.